Hey everyone, welcome back to Entertainment Corner. Today we're going to be doing a video unboxing Criterion's release of Blue Velvet. As probably most of you know, David Lynch has just passed away, unfortunately. My relationship with his work is mixed. I think the first thing I ever watched from him intentionally was Twin Peaks, the pilot. My sister and mom were getting into that show back when I was in like middle school, and I tried to watch the pilot with him, but I didn't see the appeal. I wasn't into it. And so I kind of have been iffy about his work. And then I want to say actually the first movie I watched from him, I think it ended up being Mulholland Drive, which, yeah, don't watch that with your family, by the way. I think that's a poor choice. So real quick, I'll cut back to that, but just want to say that this is a 4K restoration with 5.1 surround, and it does have some documentaries and stuff as special features. So and this one is from 1986. So back to what I was saying. My biggest issue with David Lynch when I'd watched Mulholland Drive is that it was too... the narrative, I couldn't get the narrative. I wasn't picking up on the meaning. And I liked the environments he created. I thought his shots were interesting, and they elicited like really interesting feelings and moods and emotions. But like my brain is like is about logic. So like I'm like, well, what's the story? What's the resolution? What's the message? What's the, all that. That's where my brain was going. And I'm like, I couldn't quite pick up on it. And that was a few years ago, but even still, I feel like at that point I've been decent at, kind of analyzing movies. You'll know this shot if you've seen the movie. So that was frustrating for me. And after the weird sex scene that I had to watch with my whole family, it was kind of uncomfortable. But I'm willing to give, each movie a shot. So then I ended up watching Lost Highway, and I absolutely loved the environments that created, but it ran into the same issue. I was like, it's towards the end, the first half of the movie, awesome. But I felt like it didn't resolve. Like, I felt like I didn't get a good resolution that, like, made sense. And so I found it frustrating. But what I will say about David Lynch is I appreciate how he doesn't explain his films and say, this is what it is. He is all about people, like, getting what they will from it, like thinking about it for themselves, and the movie meaning what it means for them. And I really, really, really admire that, because we do not have a lot of filmmakers like that. And I have had literal discussions with people where they will shut down like what I took from a movie, because they're like, that's not, the director literally said this is what it's about. I'm like, but art is so much more than that. The whole point of it's to talk about it, not shut other people's ideas down. Anyway, that brings us to Wild at Heart. I was getting into some Nicolas Cage movies, and I happened to have this one, and I loved it because it was like a story I could follow. I understood what it was. There were those weird moments and the cool like shots and weird feelings that you would get from the movie, but like it had a beginning, middle, end to me. Like, Laura Dern and Nicolas Cage, like it was a love story between the two. It's kind of like why I like True Romance so much. Like, I like Quentin Tarantino's movies. They're fine, but True Romance, he only wrote that. He didn't direct it, but fantastic movie. I don't know. There's something just about a good love story that just makes me so interested. It had action, all that. So Wild at Heart kind of re-sparked my interest in like giving more of his films a chance, and restarting Twin Peaks and seeing if I liked it. So I bought the Twin Peaks box set, and I had Blue Velvet, and I went on my trip, and on my trip, David Lynch died. And I was like, oh, that's kind of sad. So when I got home, I started watching my Twin Peaks box set, and I started to like it. Like, actually, I'm interested in... I am watching the show, so I'm willing to see it through now. And I watched Blue Velvet the other night, and let's talk about Blue Velvet, the thing I'm actually unboxing here, and I absolutely loved it. Like, not kidding, not saying it just because he died. I genuinely love it. I think I'm in the space where I get him now. I get what he's going after, so I want to revisit the ones that I wasn't quite sure about. This was just a fantastic movie. Like, I I struggle to. I don't want to sound hyperbolic, but I think this is a masterpiece of film. It just, I love the way that this movie really interacts with mystery and darkness, which is a theme he often explores. But just the way he did it, in like, you never know the kind of horrors that are going on in everyone's lives and in places that you wouldn't suspect, right? And the enchanting, haunting song "Blue Velvet," sung by Isabella, is just like it's like I said, haunting. But it's catchy. It's kind of seductive. It's great. Frank, played by Dennis Hopper, fantastic performance. Evil character, but fantastic performance. Like, this movie just culminates so much talent, and the story made sense to me, and then also it just had those kind of ethereal moments, those like moments that are kind of hard to describe, but they make you feel a certain way. And now I kind of I think I really am starting to understand what David Lynch is about, and I have to say I really appreciate it, because there are very few filmmakers out there like that. And of course, that just happens when people die. Everyone's like, oh, their work's so much better, but I'd like to say I was kind of on the curve before he died. I'm not quite jumping on the bandwagon, but I even if that has impacted my opinion a little bit, I start to really get it now. And so I'm happy about that, because he makes what I think film should be about, which is just kind of having a conversation with people and seeing things in a way that we couldn't see normally in the world, that we can through film. So, long unboxing, more of a review, but a slight unboxing of this. I know they just released a 4K for this, but I got it for like literally $3, so I'm not going to say no to that. And Lost Highway just got a 4K. I'd like to revisit that. I have the Blu-ray for it, but I really want to check out Eraserhead, Elephant Man, and Inland Empire, and then the Disney movie he did. I'd love to see a G-rated David Lynch movie. So I guess you can consider me a fan now. Gotta get those. Maybe when the Criterion sale happens this July, I'll get some more of those, because every time someone dies, the movies and the things they work on kind of get expensive for a bit, and then kind of goes back down in price. So thanks for watching this video. Please let me know, what is your favorite David Lynch film? Maybe don't spoil everything, but like, what's your favorite film and why? Tell me what you think of Blue Velvet. What do you think of Twin Peaks? So anyway, thanks for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.